Hello good peoples, and welcome back to Itchy with the final episode. Today I open this up, I'm going to fight Asha the second time. And as Itchy points out, we better pay attention to this logbook. Also you'll notice I've set my stats such as to what you would have if you were playing on Ultimodel difficulty. This isn't Ultimodel, this is actually my save file. I've loaded it up, so I'm fighting him on extreme difficulty instead of the easy that single second play would default to. Let's check this logbook. And as it says, he's got insanely good reflexes, and he's been training in this chamber, which looks like the assassin's training chamber, so he's got a head start on getting prepared. He will dodge anything except for the shotgun or its upgraded form, the buster gun, which I don't have. So, let's get in there. I think this is as close to Ultimodel as I can get, save for the fact that I don't have a time limit on my head. I'll put up with not having that. Oof. If you remember the first fight with him, it's that, but much faster. Oof, and he's got that move. I forgot that move too. Ah, I've got to react faster. Thank you. And he does a nice bit of area denial, as you can see. Ow. Jesus Christ, I'm not reacting quickly enough. By the way, like I said, Ultimortal, because you can't upgrade any stat except for your health, and you look like this, you can't skip this fight. And he's faster on Ultimortal. Ah! Jesu Maria. Okay, let's try that again. Don't shoot me. Jesus Christ. I have enough problems without you shooting at me. Hello. Yes, he has unique dialogue for this. And he's not healed. Oof. That's quite handy. And as I pointed out, there are 2 restoration units in this level. It's technically possible if you use the skip to reach the second one and fight him 3 times. Also note the fake image. As his health lowers, he'll start creating phantom images of himself. They're completely fake, they're just there to distract you. Oh my god. Arrow key, do not stick now. Don't jump when he does that. I'm probably not going to win, but I'll at least show you why I'm not going to win. Ah! Damn it. Well, that was Asha Stage 2, and That is what... He is half the reason why Ultimortal is so freaking tough. Still. One other thing, like I said, there's 2 restoration points, and aside the unique dialogue, you may have noticed as he was getting low on HP, we'll go into our extras here, when my controls stop popping up. This keyboard doesn't work great even when it's not terribly hot here. Where is our soundboard? We find Asha's lines. Tor, Iosa, Asha. The You're Mine and Just Die, I believe, are... They're termed his desperation lines. He switches over from using his laugh and his come on line. When he's above 58% HP, he uses those. When he's below 50% HP and he's getting desperate, he switches to the other 2. If you do the trick that lets you restore twice and enter the fight a 3rd time, he completely freaks out, screams about he's going to tear you limb from limb and throw you in a black hole, and uses his desperation quotes for the entire fight. It's a nice little detail. And just here are the quotes from the other bosses which we heard.
You don't even fight!
If you're jumping around the platforms.
Hold still! Gotcha! Oh, yeah, right! Nothing but a mortal.
Where's the ones I'm looking for?
Nothing but a mortal.
And Saxi has her quotes as well. I'm just wondering where those are. That's Annihilators, Assassins, Elites. She's presumably after those. There's Tor's lines. Oh, there we go. Oh, why aren't these playing? I guess there's something wrong with my installation at this point, because we should be hearing what Ansexi has to say during the fight with Iosa. And that's her line if you attempt to crack her, if you somehow manage to click on her while she's teleporting around. Also, instead of the little minigame pop-up, you just get a text box that says, "Not me."
It's useless, human. You're pointing death, human. Don't think it's over so easily. Like a spark to the fire.
Still, I also promised one other thing. And if we go to... we might have to do this in New Game. I'll just play this on normal difficulty. Right. Let's head on in, because I want to show off Sector Z. Oh my god, I forgot how sluggish I am without the jump upgrades. Sorry, but in this universe I kill people for experience. Because I need a couple of points in strength. I think I only need 1, but couldn't hurt to have more. Or to break doors for the fun of it. Yes, yes, yes. This universe is non-canon.
Damn it.
Do not lose on normal difficulty, that would be embarrassing. Don't pinch me health. Jesus Christ, even on normal difficulty, the shotgun just isn't good for killing things. There we go. Now I'll put a point into health just so I don't die so easily. Now, if you're very, very observant, you may recall that there was a logbook that said that in an area with an elevator shaft in Sector 1, there was a breakable wall. However, there is no missile launcher in this level. That's a problem. Yes, thank you. I am aware that someone's trying to text me on Discord. Ow. I'm trying to remember how you do this. I'm pretty sure. Ah! Oh, I need 4 strength to kick them down. Sorry about that. Let's start that again. Yes, yes, yes. And then everybody bombed. And then there was bombing and everyone died. So I need to muster up a grand total of 4 points into strength. Which is why you have to die. I'm sure you'll agree it's a worthy cause. Utterly vital. Can't be helped. Because once we get those 4 points in strength, I'll be able to kick that soldier over, and soldiers are armed with missile launchers. At which point I can simply bait them into shooting at me. Hello! Jump. I'm not sure why you would ever really bother putting points into strength for the sake of fighting, but it's there. A kicking only run would be interesting. In a why are you doing this to yourself kind of way. There we go. Okay, let's hope I can pull this off. Let's see if I can break that box. I seem to be just at the limits of the shotgun's range, so I'm not going to hit the soldier by mistake. You see, I need to lure them over to this ledge. There we go. Bam! And we're out of bounds. And this is where the supercharge of this sector is. Welcome to Sector Z. Unfortunately, I'm already injured. Let's hope I don't end up getting killed in here. Stuff in here is very weak, to the point that a single blast from the shotgun takes it out, but the fact that I'm so badly injured is not a good thing. Especially when they can wall clip and I can't. Best to provoke it from as far away as you can. And this area has actually gone through a lot of changes. On Iggy's anniversary, Daniel Lamar uploaded a very old version of Iggy. And back then, it was the Super Mario level of Sector Z. Among other things. Come on, buddy. Yeah, I'm doing this from as far away as I can. Oop. There's a few things to find in Sector Z. I think you can only come here at all if you found all 10 posters. I only found one of them in the main playthrough, because they really demand you build yourself in a specific way. To the extent that I'm pretty sure you couldn't get all 10 in one playthrough. Oh my There's also no healing in Sector Z, as I recall. Just keep your wits about you, go slow, abuse the fact that you've got a ranged weapon and they don't. That's pretty good advice in most games where it's applicable. Why bother fighting something when you can choose to not have choose to have the option to have it not fight back? At some point I had a sentence in there. Wait a minute. That's what I meant to do. Slow and steady. Think it through. I really wish I could fire while ducking. That would solve so many problems. My shotgun solves problems too. There we go. Oh yeah, you can try and crack these enemies, you just get a message saying that it's incompatible technology. Thank you, random shotgun spray. Oh. Criminy crippers. I did not mean anything by that. I was just stringing any syllables together in my confusion and fear. Go away. Oh, butts, I don't even go that way. I'm sure this is all references to things, but it's lost on me. We're in Hero! This one is not lost on me. I mentioned it before, but you should all go and play Hero. It's good. The story of Flip Hero and Cruiser Tetron. Surprisingly good Metroidvania. Okay, which is the way forward, and thus how do I not go that direction? Hey look, a logbook. Yes, that's a log from Flip Hero himself, the protagonist of the game. And his endless cycle of killing Cruiser Tetron only to have him be rebuilt. The endless, pointless cycle. Uh-oh. Sector Z, bit of a hair-raising experience, what with the low health, no restoration. Everything I touch drains armor. At least the enemies here can't go through walls. Ah! Can't you approach on a proper angle? Like a civilized drone? Stop abusing my inability to aim. Mind you, I think there was a logbook early on saying that something like Iggy's bolt upright stance is to do with the fact she can barely even lift the gun. Though that kind of falls through when you point out that strength is one of the stats you can upgrade. Maybe it's just her legs. She skipped anything but leg day. It's the final poster. Really, Joel, or Joel Nystramete, I think his real name is the head of Ludosity, the company that Ramar works for, Daniel Ramar. Oh crap. Come on. I'll have all of you. That's more of you than I was expecting there to be. The moment I try and get up there, you're going to jump me, aren't you? That was sneaky. I don't like this one. This one's got some sense. Okay. I believe that would take me out of Sector Z and end the madness. If I could get to it. But there is something else here, and I'm hoping I've not missed it. Because I don't think I've ever actually got this secret that I'm heading for. So I can't actually quite recall where it is. Oh. Okay, no, that leads out of it. So I guess I've got to get to this. Okay, how do you do it again? Curse you. How do I get you? Secret gun. The second of the... What I'm talking about is the second of the secret weapons. Namely, the Void gun. I think it's... Actually, it's got a name. It's not the Void gun. Or is it here? Good God, my eyes. And look at all those icons. Some of them should look familiar. There's Itchy floating past me. Well, this area makes me feel sick to my stomach. Is this the one I'm thinking of? Thank you, Daniel Ramar. Yes, I think there are. I think that's where you get the information. Damn it. I'm guessing that C is Daniel Ramar's middle initial. Just a guess. Yes, unfortunately, I think I might have just gone and missed it. Anyway, the gun that I was trying to find here, and I couldn't actually recall how to find, it's somewhere in Sector Z. I've got to get to that teleporter somehow, and I can't remember how. What it does, when you fire it, it randomizes the game data slightly. Basically, you can alter your stats, scramble enemy sprites, mess up the level collision data. It's a strange, strange experience. Oh, shush. Okay, one final little secret just to show. Oh yeah, and I mentioned that every weapon, when you use it against Tor, of the 3 special weapons, gets a unique reaction from him. If you fire that gun during the fight, then Tor panics and talks to you about how it can cause hallucinations, at which point you are sent to Sector Y, the real, ultimate, total, incredible secret level. That one I'm not going to spoil, or not just because I can't find the Void gun, because I don't feel like playing the entire game through with the gun unlocked just to get that. But this is what the final secret is. Because, and Saxy mentioned in the extras about the defective translator, the Scrambler, which randomizes what everyone says, makes it silly. If you speak to her with the defective translator, the Scrambler, turned on, then she'll say to hold right on the difficulty select screen for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I was counting a bit fast there. Really Joel's dad difficulty. No gaining levels. If I fail a crack, I die. I have a time limit. I have no nanofields, no overloads. Bosses cannot be defeated, there are more enemies and they have doubled stats. Of course I'm Really Joel's dad. Really Joel left a comment on the game saying, on one of his videos saying, my dad could beat this. Thus, every one of Ramar's games has the hidden Really Joel's dad difficulty. Except for Princess Peach, which I think has Really Joel's mum difficulty. Which is technically possible. Technically. In that, if you're a tool-assisted speedrunner, you might just manage it. Let's skip ahead. And Really Joel's dad replaces Dan. He had some stuff to say in the previous cutscene. You can look it up yourself. Let's go. Oh look, the scout's been replaced with a soldier. That's how fast Yuga Bachira moves for the record. If I wanted to fight him. Also, Yuga Bachira has a CFIS. Ow. Oh look, an elite. Oh well. I guess I'm not really Joel's dad. In the event that I made it to the end of the level, there is a lock on the door that says it'll only open if you get X kills. X, the number it lists, is higher than the number of enemies there are on the level. Still, I haven't shown off anywhere close to everything in this game. I didn't even show you what happens when you defeat Asha, because I couldn't, because I'm a wimp. But all the more reason for you to play it. All the more reason for you to try and play Ultimortal, if you just really want to suffer for some reason. But thank you all so much for joining me. This ultimately didn't turn out to be a great game to LP, because it's a lot faster and more dialogue heavy than I was remembering it being. And in the future, if I'm going to play something, it's hopefully going to be more like Grimrock 2 again. But this is an excellent game, it's a free game, I would highly recommend you go and check it out. Thank you all to anyone who happens to end up watching this, and I'll catch you next time.